Hey, greetings. You've found me in my natural habitat as a Brit, the pub. This is where I share with you little stories, little interesting tidbits, little things that nag on my mind from now and again, and hopefully you will learn something from this. You learn something interesting. You come away from this learning well, not a valuable life lesson, but a lesson, something that you can throw in people's faces. So, welcome to my pub rant. And yes, this is going to be a series. So, what is on our topic of discussion? Hadrosaurs, and why we should be nicer to them. Please. Hadrosaurs like Parasaurolophus, Coryphosaurus, Lambeosaurus, Centaurosaurus, Hadrosaurus, and Edmontosaurus. What do they have in common, other than all being of the family Hadrosauridae? Well, quite simply, they're mistreated by paleomedia. Quite heavily mistreated by paleomedia. So, let's talk about the problem. Look at this meme. This meme sums it all up. Hadrosaurs have been reduced to a plot device. A simple narrative device. They're the food. They don't need to be anything more, they are just simply the food. And this even goes into some of the best paleomedia. Prehistoric Park has a whole scene of Deinosuchus brutalizing Parasaurolophus, or the river crossing in Prehistoric Planet with the Edmontosaurs, where they get taken out by a pack of, I can't remember if they're Troodons or Arctic Dromaeosaurs. Either way, it leans into this trope, and this is from the better paleomedia. This goes through almost all of it. And of course, the worst offenders as well, like Fight Club. Ugh, let's not even talk about that. So, where does this problem come from? And here's the thing, I think it comes from how we actually consume dinosaur media, and more specifically, who did the people making dinosaur media tailor the experience to? Well, of course, they tailor it to the paleo nerds, such as myself, but they also have to have something in there for another group. And that group are the Awesome Bros. Now, what is an Awesome Bro? The Awesome Bros are, well, basically, Awesome Bros like things to be cool. They like things to be awesome. They like to look at the screen and say, "Hey, look at that awesome thing, bro!" That sounded awful. Anyway, they like their dinosaurs to be cool, have spikes, be really, scary and monstrous, basically, as far from the truth as you could possibly get. After all, these are just animals at the end of the day. And that comes to an issue when we're looking at paleomedia, because, well, we don't really get the nuances of an actual predator-prey relationship. Take this example of a Tyrannosaurus here successfully hunting an Edmontosaurus. Now, to a layman, it looks like this. To an awesome bro, it looks like this. This is wrong. This is just simply wrong. This is not how a predator-prey relationship works. Even in nature. And let's just do some simple facts here, okay? Just some simple facts. Here's an elephant and a human, right? Elephant, pretty big. Hmm? Here's an Edmontosaurus. The same size as the elephant and about twice as long, but that's mostly because of the tail. Now, if you were to encounter any of these either of these animals in the wild and you piss it off, you're not going to be walking away from that alive. And you'd think that if there was a predator, in the same sort of size range, the same sort of weight range, that even if these animals don't have any, external sort of, defense, like if the elephant didn't have its tusks, for example, that predator is still not going to have an easy time because of, things like just the sheer weight of the prey animal. Now, would there be any predators in the same size range as Edmontosaurus? Well, funny you should ask. Here's Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah, Edmontosaurus is a pretty big boy. So, there's a quote. I made it up, it's a straw man. But this is something that Awesome Bros and sort of people towards that end of the camp do seem to think. Is that, oh, well, it doesn't have horns and shit, so it can't defend itself, right? Its only defense was to run away, and T-Rex is an ambush predator, so obviously it just end up as carnivore fodder a lot, right? Wrong. Simply wrong. And let's use a modern example for this. There are many you can use, but here's just one of them. Zebra. The zebra, it's pretty much just a horse, isn't it, really? It's a horse with stripes. It has hooves, and it has teeth. That's all it has. In a very predator-rich environment. You got hyenas, you got leopards, you got cheetahs, and you got lions. The second largest genus of big cat on the planet. So you'd think zebra make up the majority of lion kills. Because, well, they don't have horns and things, like wildebeest or gazelle. And you'd be wrong. Zebra only make up about a fifth of all lion kills. The majority is actually wildebeest, despite the horns. So there then comes a question. If that's the case, do zebra fight back? The answer is yes. In very rare occasions, obviously, most of the times, they do just run away, because, well, that's one of the advantages they have over lions, is their speed. But, if cornered, if they have no other option, a zebra will fight back. A zebra can kill a lion, if it gets a good enough kick. That goes with pretty much any animal, really. Any prey animal. Most prey animals will fight back, and, if they can, they will kill their predator, if they are left with no other option to save themselves. Another example of this is moose, specifically female moose. They're one of the most dangerous animals in North America. Even bears won't really take on moose, and wolves only do so in packs. And this is the female moose. They don't have antlers like the males. And yet they're one of the most dangerous animals in North America, because They have insane maternal instincts and will just defend their children as much as they can. They will kill to protect their calves. And so, going back to this example of the zebra and the lion, it's a really easy comparison to make. Because this is a predator-prey relationship that you don't expect to see. You don't expect zebras to be able to fight back against lions. And yet they do. It's almost as if Hell Creek and the African savannah are remarkably similar. Well, not 100%, it's a flawed analogy, but you get the idea I'm going for here. So, to basically conclude, not every hadrosaur hunt should look like this. Most of them should look like this. You know, they're basically in the same weight group. You know, if that Edmontosaurus really tried to, it could basically overpower this T-Rex and, you know, use its tail or its hooves to deal some serious damage if you think about it. Edmontosaurus kicks a T-Rex in the head, shattering its jaw. That T-Rex is going to have trouble eating. Kick it in the ribs, and it's going to have, well, a lot of issues, mostly respiratory. Kick it in the legs, and it might not be able to hunt. It just depends on how lucky the Edmontosaurus gets during its encounter. And of course, we could even just go all the way to this end, where an Edmontosaurus is able to overpower a Tyrannosaur and potentially even kill it. Yes, you heard me right. I am arguing that in paleo media, we should have at least one example of an Edmontosaurus killing a T-Rex. Because it is completely plausible within that nature, and I think it should be a brilliant wake-up call to everyone that hadrosaurs are as interesting as every other group of dinosaur. They have the potential to do, you know, insane shit like kill a Rex. And we should see more of that. We really should. Because these animals should not be relegated to the role that they are. They are so much more than food. They are intriguing and interesting animals within their environment in their own right. And they should be treated as such. Give us a Tyrannosaur getting killed or fatally injured by an Edmontosaurus. Please. So that ends this, and I'm gonna go on to my third cider. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you want to see more of these. It'll basically be covering a range of topics, mostly historical or paleontological, or just whatever's, you know, griping my go at the time. Fuck it, I might even... yeah, you might even get like a full breakdown on Come From Away and how it deals with melancholy. Yeah. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.